All right, Coach. You got 4 wins over the weekend. It's been a minute since y'all have completely dominated and swept a team, but just give me your overall thoughts on the team and your thoughts on their performance.
Well, traditionally we get to April, and this is sort of the team you get, so it's really good to see us show up and play pretty well in all 3 phases of the game. Starting to get some guys back and get them healthy, and that's important. Got a big one coming up this weekend, and all of them are big. Obviously the rest of the way, but I think we're 20-4 since we got out of February. So and unfortunately that's not unusual. I mean, that's just we're a team that continues to improve traditionally throughout the year, where maybe other teams hit a ceiling, and probably the reason we've been so successful throughout the year. So we're planning on doing it again.
For you guys, seemed like up and down the lineup, periodically throughout the weekend, whether it was Friday, with Tate and Hunter Holt stepping up, Conacher having a big game, coming off the bench for you guys. What's that like, seeing the depth of, guys stepping up, maybe even Mason Bryant yesterday had his probably one of his better starts he's had this year.
That was the thing, when we were going through all the injuries, we discussed this and how felt like it would make us a better team come April, May, and June, and it has. And I've been so proud of all those guys, and it was one of those weekends where you had several different folks really step up and do some big things in each game, and all were essential. And then being able to, as you say, bring Conacher off the bench there in the first game of the doubleheader and get the big double, being able to bring Blake or Ryder off the bench. We've had a lot of guys. Cannon's done a really good job off the bench as well. So we've had a lot of guys come in and fulfill their roles, and obviously that makes us better. And then Mason giving us 4 yesterday was really big, and he's been really good in inter squads all year. I mean, he's probably been our best guy, and then he struggled at times when we put the uniform on, but hopefully that was a big breakthrough for him. I was really proud of him.
Go ahead.
You play St. Edwards this weekend. You hit the road to Austin. Just give me your overall thoughts on that team specifically, and what it's going to take to get another series win.
Well, they're fighting, for their playoff lives, so they'll be ready. They've got, pitching wise, they're pretty good, and then they just got back probably their best hitter last weekend. So, he's a force to be reckoned with, and I think for us, formula sort of same: keep the ball in the ballpark. And we got to eliminate the walks. We've walked a few more folks here the past few weekends than we normally have. So, but on the other hand, we haven't been giving up on runs. So I don't know. It's a fine line. It's tough. I mean, I don't know how many in a row we've won against them. It's quite a few. That always scares me because they're a really quality program. But we'll do everything we can to try to go get game 1 and then go from there.
3 out of 4 this past weekend. You guys were trailing 2-0 early. I know you've mentioned trying to get off to that fast start, but at the same time, it's that, the boys didn't bend, didn't break. What's that like, seeing that, kind of continue, although you'd like probably the fast start.
Yeah.
They still, didn't fall into it and just give up.
Yeah, I think in all those situations, we immediately responded when they got the 2 with at least 1. And so, that's the one thing that we really preach is, first, when we score, go put up a 0. That's huge. And we have not been great at that. We've gotten better here in the last few weeks. And then when they score, we have to immediately respond. Even if they get 8, if we can just get 1, it changes things. And so, it's obviously we'd like to score quicker. And we've just sort of been a counter-punching team But what I was really happy about was in game 1 and game 2, those were real tight games, and then we finished and knocked somebody out, and so that was good. We have not been great at that, and so I think we're still a work in progress in trying to figure that stuff out, but definitely trending in the right direction.
You guys, continue to tighten the gap in terms of the top of the standings. Obviously, LCU WT play this weekend, so that series, a big one for both of them, and
Right.
you don't want to get into the, watching part of the season just because of knowing.
Why not?
Well, I mean, you can, but you guys gotta.
Got my phone in the dugout. I watch every pitch.
You guys got your games to focus on too, as well.
Multitask.
I'm digging a hole. For you guys, what makes this part of the year so special? With 2 weeks left, and it seems like, every minute goes by, and that WT series next weekend, gets bigger and bigger. But you guys also have to take care of business this weekend as well.
Well, yeah. I mean, it really doesn't mean a whole lot if we don't win. So we got to go do our job. But yeah, we'll have our eyes on Canyon, Texas. It will be the mecca of D2 college baseball this weekend. To hopefully set up, big series between us and them. I mean, really, we play West Texas. We don't play Lubbock Christian again. So, if West Texas can handle their business, then we've got things in our control. If Lubbock Christian goes up there and handles their business, then we may have to be big Eastern New Mexico fans the last weekend. And then go do our job. But, we've been in this situation numerous times. And, our plan's go do it again, do what we do every year.
Cool.
Very good. Thank you,
Thanks,
Coach.
Coach.